Let's do recrap. This one. Damn, it almost has 1 million views. Sheesh. Alright, let's watch this video, I guess, while we wait for
beating Minecraft in 15
for the game to come back.
Something that took the entire Minecraft community 9 years and thousands of players speedrunning every day. I want to do it too. Sort of. I was trying to get my first ever sub 30-minute speedrun. Something I'd been trying to do on and off for about a year.
It's so
I didn't
hot
just
in
beat
here.
Minecraft in under 30 minutes though, or even 25.
17 minutes!
I love how he uses the in-game fucking
fastest run
in-game
you probably can't tell from my
timer.
reaction, but I don't deserve it. Like, at all. I went from a personal
Also, what is this skin? This skin is so fucking bad.
That's not supposed to happen. Unlike the 100-meter dash, Minecraft speedruns involve a lot of luck. Lucky spawn, pearl rates, blaze drops, chest loot, stronghold generation, dragon perch. You get the point. My 1745 got lucky in every single category. I spawned next to a village with a ruined portal. This allowed me to enter the nether in just 4 minutes, only to spawn inside of another fortress.
Sheesh.
I killed 10 blaze compared to the average 14. There was a bastion in sight, which
Is
gave
the
me
average
pearls,
14?
and I entered the end in 16
For
minutes.
7?
Did I
That feels
mention the
really
stronghold
low.
was exposed in the ocean,
seems
and the
really
dragon
low.
took less than a minute to kill. I feel like I got this run because of luck. That's it. And I hated that. I promised myself I was not only going to beat that time, but beat Minecraft in 15
Oh my god. His name is Parker backwards. It's fucking Parker oh my god. I just
First,
realized.
I have to get quicker at entering the nether. My current strategy is to loot a village, killing an iron golem to make a bucket so I can make a nether portal. But on average, it takes 5 minutes to do that. That's already a third of the time I need.
I would say 5 minutes.
Pirate strats. See, I'm not the only one to learn village.
Bro, holy crap. I completely forgot when Hypermodern first became a thing, people started calling it pirate strats, like looting a shipwreck. I forgot there was like a period in time where people did that.
Are a slow way to enter the nether. About 2 years, the speedrunning community learned that shipwrecks are OP. They can be found in any ocean and contain a ridiculous amount of iron and gold. But there is a problem. Where's the lava? How are you gonna enter the nether? This is where the brilliance of pirate strats truly comes to light. All you need is a magma ravine.
Bro, who first invented like underground portal or like portals with the like in a magma ravine? I remember like a long time ago when Hypermodern first started coming out, and I remember like someone came in my chat and they're like, "Oh, guys, I got this, or like I got this thing, like you should try to check it out." Was it T-Wags? And then I watched a video and I tried to do it, but there's like no tutorial and I couldn't do it. And I'm like, ah, fuck.
So instead of getting 5 or 6 minute enters, I was starting to get 3 or 4 minute enters. Side note, there is a shipwreck directly in front of me. You cannot see it. Minecraft is terrible. So even if I had a good world, I'd end up missing it because I can't
I don't think it was T-Wags.
Thought of this too. In the Minecraft files on your computer, there is one called options.txt. You can open it and change your gamma. We go
Cheater.
from this to this. You can actually
cheater, pumpkin eater.
And with this tactic, I was beginning to average 4-minute nether entries. Plus, I got a really cool timer in the top right. I feel legit now.
What's RTA and what's IGT?
Yeah. RTA is real time. ITG is in-game time. So if I pause, it doesn't count. And let me tell you though, a timer does not make you better at the video game. I had yet to get another 25-minute run. Sometimes I would die in the end as I'm killing the dragon. I did learn some useful things though, like 1, do not bridge with wood in the nether. It'll light you on fire. You'll fall in lava.
Oh,
2,
that's
you're not
unfortunate.
as good at the video game as you think, okay? Chill out, play to your skill level. But as I started to review all of the footage of my deaths, a pattern started emerging.
Oh.
Piglins. Broadly speaking, you need ender pearls to finish a speedrun. And if you would have asked the speedrunning community 2 years ago, how do you get a lot of ender pearls, they'd have probably said you kill endermen or trade with villagers. Not in this day and age. We speedrunners use pigs. See, watch this. He's gonna take the gold bar and he's gonna give me let's try again. He's gonna give me ender pearls. He gave me nether bricks this time. It'll be ender pearls this time for sure. I promise. I promise. Come on, you guys are embarrassing me. I need some pearls. Hey, there we go. So you might have noticed it's a bit rare to get pearls. Fortunately for us, we can combat this by
What's the percentage? Isn't it like
amounts of gold,
1
right?
point
You're gonna get a
something
lot of gold
percent
in there, though.
or something like that?
Bastions. For example, if we take all this gold and get a whole bunch of piglins in a small area, I'll explain how to do this later, over 3 stacks of pearls. Not only that, but we get fire resistance potions,
4%?
string to make wool to kill the
Oh,
dragon.
I see,
I'll
okay.
explain how we kill it with wool later. This is really when my speedruns started becoming fast. In fact, I got my second sub 25 ever. No! Yes! Sub 25 by 3 seconds! Long way off from 15, but progress is progress. I gotta admit though, I still didn't know how to loot bastions quickly. Not every bastion looks the same. In fact, there are 4 different types, each one with a bit of variability. For example, you see how this one has
I like the click
top
sounds.
right corner here? This one doesn't have that. That sub 25 run utilized this bastion, which is pretty straightforward. But I knew if I wanted to get good at speedrunning, I'd have to master
I can't get
every
over how
round,
bad the
every
skin is,
bastion.
though.
So I started
The skin is
researching,
so
and I've learned a
ugly.
lot. This one, for example, it's called stables. If I'm walking up here and I see that this gap right here is 2 blocks tall, I know for a fact there are no gold blocks down here. But if I go to that same spot on a different bastion and the gap...
Oh, dude, I forgot. Like, I remember, I think Fyro figured this out, right? That you have to look at the gap here. Literally nobody does that anymore, though, because it's really... You have to, like, go out of your way. You have to go, like, hella out of your way to do this.
And there are gold blocks right here.
If Fyro
and
actually...
you have to memorize this sort of thing for every single bastion.
Fyro
Not
actually
only
is the
that,
GOAT.
But you gotta survive, man. Piglins are tough. They'll just slaughter you. It's a bad day for everybody. Here, take this, sir. Please don't be mad. Before I knew it, I was on my best pace
Please,
ever,
don't be
beating
mad at me.
bastion at 9 minutes. All I needed to do was find a fortress and kill Blaze. I was even in a call with friends. Dude, I'm on like a really good pace.
11:37. Oh, imagine this is the run where he gets sub 15. And we're all talking about
Oh my gosh!
What do you mean, sub 15, but you're not even in the fortress 12 minutes? That is not happening. That's literally not happening whatsoever.
I thought that would be the hardest part, dying on a good run. Little did I know this would happen over and over. Before I knew it, I was addicted, staying up till 1 a.m., 2 a.m., speedrunning my mind out. I just wanted to get the
20?
next PB.
Well,
the
he doesn't
next
want
good
sub 20, he
run.
wants
I was
sub
staying
15.
up so late that I started making promises with my friends to go to bed. I'll set a hard cap on 12:30.
How did you do that?
Yeah, I remember when I first started speedrunning. That shit was so addicting. I honestly
Although they
missed
were late
that.
nights,
I feel like
progress
I
was
feel like that
beginning
with
to
like
show.
ranked
In 1
now
hour,
though,
I got another entry at
where it's like
340,
so addicting.
319, 220. Okay.
Yeah, these are pretty decent entries.
Just looking at my mechanics, I was getting so much better. But Rek, what happened to all those good nether entries? Did you just die a ton? For the most part, no, actually. These runs would end because I can't find a bastion. What's the point entering in 3 minutes if it takes another 5 minutes to find a bastion? This is when I
that's
learned of a
fine.
strategy that would help me find bastions through
No.
walls. You do this with the F3 screen. For example, if I load into the nether, this line of text next to the E, this is showing you how many entities are
This
in
is
the
after they had
area.
sub 25.
In our
Oh,
case,
I
there's
see.
148, but the number in front of the slash shows
The
you how
addicting
many
part is the
entities are in your
resetting?
current field of view.
Huh?
Speedrunners will shrink their
No.
current field of view, so now I'm only looking at 10 entities. And if I spin around,
Are you gonna make a
I'll
YouTube
see
video about
there's
ranked? Might
30
do one
entities in this
well to
direction,
be one of the first
while
show
over
it.
here, there's only 13. Bastions have a ton
I
of
mean, what would I
entities.
even-
We can even get more
Yeah,
tricky
that's
with
true,
it by
but I don't
increasing
really
our
know
render distance. And I know that there's a bastion
what I would
within
even
about
do, though.
11 chunks of here. Just as the F3 screen predicted, here's the bastion. Finally, after weeks of practice and a few days before Christmas,
one more.
let's go!
Let's go.
Wait, let's go! This was a huge moment for me. The seed, it wasn't
Huge.
incredibly lucky. I knew how to play it well, and I did. As much as it was exciting, though, it's a long way off from sub 15. Worse than that,
I mean,
had bet
17?
on
That's
Blaze
not that
several times
way
for
off.
PB, only to die and lose
not
the run.
super
It was on
off.
this run in particular, after dying to a terrible
I am
pearl,
once again
that I started developing a
asking
new
for your
mindset.
financial
Holy frick!
Yo, Zaggy, thanks for the
Mistakes
tier
were gonna
1.
happen, that's a fact of life,
Happy
and that's a
birthday.
fact
Thank you,
of
thank you.
speed.
Appreciate
The way I
it.
started to think
Thank
about
you.
it, though, is I'm just collecting mistakes. If I make this mistake throwing a bad pearl, I'll never make it again. I've learned my lesson. One
True.
good run, for example, died when I was fighting blazes, but I was holding my shield. I didn't know how I got lit on fire, so I looked it up. And it turns out the way blazes aim at you while you're holding a shield, they can just barely hit your head if they're lucky. The way to prevent this is to always be jumping or be on the same level as blazes. In the nether, you often don't have a lot of food. One good tactic, though, is to kill hoglins, because you can get cooked pork chop, which is like the best food in the game. The reason I died here is because soul sand is slightly lower than a normal block.
Well, even with a normal block, you can still die here because the lava lifts them up like just a little bit, and even then you can still die.
Is enough where the hoglin can reach you and kill you. I had to learn dozens of tricks like these the hard way. Now up until this point, I've kind of neglected something pretty important. You know how we can find a bastion with this E number in the top left? Let's say you finished looting bastion. You need to find a fortress. How are you gonna do that? Turns out if you hold Shift F3, you can use the pie chart in the bottom
learned that
right
yesterday
to
the hard
find
way.
the freaking fortress. You can think of the pie chart as a file directory, and we can manipulate that directory to detect spawners. In our case, we'll press 4, 1, 1, 3. We're now detecting all block entities. The blue are mob spawners in our rendered area. In this world, for example, we have a spawner, and we're at 22 chunks, but if we backtrack a couple, refresh our pie chart, it's no longer there. The spawner only appears going from 21 to 22. Now, if we turn on chunk borders, we can cross over one chunk and see if it's in that direction. Now, it's not going to be in a straight line, but I know that it's 21 chunks to the north. We can even repeat the same process a couple chunks later to help pinpoint the direction, and what do you know, the fortress is right here. Although you do have to be wary of these bastions because this type of
Fuck these
bastion has
bastions.
a spawner down at the bottom. So
Society of Treasure didn't have
but
a
it helps
fucking.
ton. And I started pulling off 20-minute runs consistently.
Didn't have a spawner.
Even getting some 18-minute runs, and finally, wait, that's a PB. The reason I might not sound that enthusiastic is because, one, I only PB'd by 20 seconds. But
Hey, 20
two,
seconds?
I
That's
had
not
a run
bad.
that same day that was much faster. I entered the end at 13:50.
Ooh,
but I
did he
goofed
die?
up hard. Only weapon against the dragon were 4 beds.
Wait,
You
what's
could
he doing?
technically kill the dragon with it, but I just wasn't skilled enough. I messed up. I
Oh,
would have beaten my
no.
record by almost a minute. It's instantly purging. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Bruh.
You know, I've seen people kill the dragon with beds before. I thought it was gonna be easy, you know? You just place down a bed, it'll blow up the dragon. Easy as that. Look at how much damage my beds are doing. You can kill the dragon with 4 beds.
Oof.
I use 6 here and do basically 0 damage. Thankfully, there's a couple of legendary YouTubers out there, like Boomer Plays. This guy has the best tutorials on the planet. The dragon's head basically has 2 hitboxes, but only the small one is what really counts. You have to detonate your bed as this small, tiny box is right above the head of your bed's mattress. And you only have a couple frames to do this. If you mess up the timing, you're gonna do little to no damage to the dragon. On top of that, if you don't even
I've actually
know
never
the
watched this
right
video
side
before.
to go to kill the dragon, you won't do any damage. In our case, the dragon's spinning to the left, so we would have to stand on the left side. After all of that, it still took me 8 beds to kill the dragon. Most times, you're not gonna have 8 beds. After a little bit,
True.
I hit a 7 bed, which isn't good, but it's like a passing grade. I didn't really start getting good until I found this practice map. You just click on a sign, and you're all set to go for a 1 cycle. And it worked. The very next day, I hit the 4 bed in a real run.
In a real run, okay.
I don't know if it was the confidence of the 4 beds or I just got lucky, but the next recording session, I had 4 runs where I entered the nether in 2 minutes. One of which, I entered a bastion, still at the 2-minute mark.
Ooh,
My
that's pretty
best pace
good.
ever by far. I entered the fortress in 6 minutes. and left
620
the nether
fortress for
with
like a
everything
guy who's
under
PB 17 minutes? That's actually
I entered
really
the portal
good.
room at 13:30, but unfortunately, I only had
Wait.
9.
Why is he entering the stronghold this late when he entered the fortress in 6 minutes? What took him 7 minutes?
eyes. I needed 11, and the run was dead. Dude.
Oh,
The
that's
sad thing
unlucky.
is it could have been preventable. I threw pearls to travel faster when I needed them to enter the end. I ended the run feeling the most demotivated I had ever felt. I recorded this on my phone that night. Over the course of this challenge, we've only made like 40 seconds progress, which is really sucky, actually.
Wait, what
I'm not sure if
challenge? What do you
sub 15 is
mean?
possible. I've spent weeks.
He improved
and
a lot.
So
I'm
many
confused.
hours trying to get it, but I just wasn't there. I needed to.
Or what
save
does he mean by
minutes.
that?
I started watching some of my favorite speedrunners, almost as a comfort. But then I had it. Stronghold generation. As you can see, we're 1,500 blocks away. Normally, walking from spawn to the stronghold is a huge waste of time. But what
Challenge
if I
of games
told
of
you
15.
I
Yeah,
could
but
get
his
this
PB
number
was like 25 minutes at first or
First, we
whatever.
gotta
So
understand how
you know, he made a
strongholds
lot
generate. Let's imagine this lime
of
green
improvement.
block as the spawn of a Minecraft world. There will be 3 strongholds that generate in a ring anywhere from.
I like the way this
1,400
guy
blocks
explains shit. Like he has such a good way of explaining things. I really like it
Since
actually.
we typically enter the nether around here, and since traveling in the nether is 8 times faster than in the overworld, we can actually move out.
It's not beating a challenge. No, I mean because he said he only improved 40 seconds. My point was he improved way more than
where
40
this ring
seconds.
is. Build another portal and guarantee ourselves to be closer than if we had been from spawn. This is what's known as blind travel. You have to memorize specific distances for specific locations in the nether, but it gets even faster. Imagine we built our first portal here. The Eye of Ender will tell us the stronghold is in this direction.
I really like how he explains shit.
Nether, utilizing the 8 times faster travel and build another portal.
Of course
right
he
on top of the
improved.
stronghold.
Well, that's not my point. Why are you like, I swear, you're like focusing on the first like 2 words of my whole sentence. My sentence is longer than 2 words, Morik.
And it can save minutes off any time. To do it, you simply need to throw one eye, measure the direction it's going. In our case, it's heading about this angle. Go over a couple blocks, throw another eye, and measure the angle again. We can then use these 2 lines to pinpoint exactly where the stronghold would be off in the distance. The more accurately you measure the eyes, the more accurate your stronghold estimation is going to be. If you want to get the exact coordinates down to the block, you're going to have to zoom in. In my case, for my computer, it's 31. Yes, you have to memorize different FOVs for different monitors. Make your sensitivity extremely low and line up your crosshair pixel perfect. You do this by pausing your game repeatedly, moving slightly with each pause. In most cases, speedrunners will use this bot that you see.
Dude, honestly, the zoom macro has been so fucking. I don't know why more people don't use the zoom macro. It actually makes no sense.
And it gives us the exact coordinates of the stronghold.
I feel like it's so much better than like subpixel.
To decide if it was
just because you don't have to use like OBS and shit. Well, unless you do subpixel without OBS, but it's like harder to see, I guess.
By using trigonometry.
Unless you fucking play like an inch away from your monitor.
You'd never use. So I thought to myself, if I do the trigonometry on paper, I think I'd be fine using the calculator.
I'm back in school.
Yes, I watched multiple online lectures because I could not remember how to do trig. It's been 2 years from high school, but I think I got a decent grasp on it now.
I've been working on this problem.
I actually never took trigonometry in high school, so honestly, this shit just seems foreign, honestly.
I've messed up so many times, but according to my calculations, the stronghold is 351 blocks away at these coordinates. We're gonna double check our work with this command. Please. So we're like 70 blocks off, but that's because my 2 data points were only 27 blocks apart, which I could change in the real world, and there's some error due to rounding. So my math...
There's the macro? Yeah, I use it all the time.
Plus, I did it again. The stronghold
30 minutes? Yes.
327 blocks away. Okay. 1339. 1327. I was off by 5 blocks. Oh, that was so much work. I'll stick to using the calculator, but I can do it, and it's so cool. December 13th, I pulled off this strategy, traveling back through the nether and building a portal at the bottom of a lava lake. I spawned inside of the stronghold.
Oh my goodness.
Close, but a sub 15 was possible. After entering the end at 14 minutes and 8 seconds, all I could do was wait for the dragon to perch. I crafted my beds, but then disaster struck. I had to use 2 pearls to get to the end fountain, otherwise I wouldn't get there in time.
Oh, and there's a thing.
Health as I one-cycled
what the?
Dragon.
Why did he click that so early? Oh my god.
And on my second to last bed, I ran out of health. I recorded this immediately after.
I know I should be like kind of sad and down on myself because I could have had a sub 16
That's rough.
time, but I messed it up. But
I feel like
good. Like sub 15.
I feel like everyone made those kind of mistakes when they first started speedrunning, like on good pace and like dying in the end like really stupid ways. And then until like, you know, because you have to like experience the fuck ups to be able to understand like what not to fuck up.
And that was huge proof of
People always ask like, oh, how do I just get better? Like, oh, hey, Mr. Streamer, can you give some tips for new speedrunners?
By this point,
no, motherfucker, I'm not giving you my tip. The only thing I'm giving you is fucking play more. Just literally play more. That's all it takes. You learn by playing.
To second channels, and I would watch like all of them
oh my god,
multiple channels. I've watched them all, and I ended the year learning 2 new strategies. The first is knowing what direction the portal room is in. Strongholds are like mazes. You don't know which
it's
path
tough
to go
love
to get to the stronghold. But if you go to the beginning of any stronghold,
Rec didn't shout out tech
because it's a staircase that doesn't have anything at the top. You can again use the pie chart and zooming in your FOV to see where the portal room is. In our case, the orange section of the pie chart is pretty low. But if we go to the right, it spikes up a ton. Flying forward, we can see this is where the portal room is. The second was running multiple Minecrafts at once. This was extremely useful because 99.9% of your runs...
Wait, did he actually run? Did he actually do multi like this? Dude, that's some dedication. He didn't even know how to set up multi, but he just did it like
setting
this.
the world. Even with 4 Minecrafts running, though, I was still spending the majority of my time.
There's no way he ran
going
like
through
that.
But when I watched these top-level runners, they would load 9 or 15 Minecrafts at
True.
once.
What was that
I knew I
nuts?
had to do this. This would increase my odds of getting a sub 15 9-fold. So I looked up a tutorial. on how to
Manual
do it,
wall, like
and it failed
actually Giga Chad.
miserably. I'm supposed to be loading 9 right now, and I'm getting 1 that's super glitched out. It took me
Oof.
3 days and many hours of trying before I finally gave up and had to contact the guy who created the code that allows you to run 9 at once. If you're watching, thank you, Specner. The same day,
Specner's a
started hitting crazy.
Specner's a G though. He like will help anybody out. Like, he can like he doesn't just help like, oh, if you like a streamer or some shit. Like, you can be a literal nobody
All I had to do
with the
was
name
something
like
I'd done hundreds of
Fortnite
times.
Gamer
One
632,
cycle
and you just ask him for help, and he'll just spend
I
like
messed up
an
my
hour
build.
helping
I had to
you.
think fast. There were only 2 ways I could damage the dragon. My axe, which I pulled out, but if I hit him 6 times, he would fly away. I hit him 5 times, I couldn't hit again. The dragon would not die. In desperation, I tried to craft
don't think
a
I've
respawn, messing up with the crafting.
Ah, this is where
Made
book
it fast
crafting would
run
go.
down. Everything was down to this last thing.
No, this is where book crafting would have been pretty fire.
That was gonna be so sick, dude.
Unlucky.
A sliver of the dragon's health was all that stood between me and a sub 15.
Damn.
Technically, it would have been like 1507, but that didn't matter to me. I was more determined than ever, putting in crazy hours. Shipwrecks. I had memorized every variation. I knew them like the back of my hand. Magma ravines. I'd spent hours learning how to do them.
Ooh, that's like
Once I
the
was
really
in the
slow
nether,
way to do
I
it
could tell
though.
there was a bastion close. Very close, but it was across a lava lake. I'd have to speed march.
Ooh, did he fuck it up?
One mess up.
Oh.
And it'd be another death.
Oh, you got
I
it.
threw a pearl. Lowering the render distance, I could move away without being teleported. I went back to Bastion. I could activate the pearl at any
Damn, I love how he
Pigs
explains
gave me everything I
strats,
needed.
and he does it in
Just
such an
time to find
entertaining
ways.
way. This guy's really cool.
Soul
I'm
Sand
gonna
Valley,
check out
meaning
his
there
other
were more
videos for
ways
sure.
to double the monsters.
But I don't really know what he posts though. I might subscribe. We'll see.
I couldn't die here. 8 minutes.
SSV
I was
Fortress.
realizing this was my best pace ever. Out of the nether with everything I needed before the first sun had set. I threw my eye. I had to measure it precisely. I couldn't.
Wait, what time is he at right now?
This was it. But was I digging down at the right spot? What if I was wrong?
Oh, I thought he had 20 obby. I'm dumb. There's like SMP
What?
stuff. Oh,
I
SMP
saw
stuff.
the
I'm
12
probably
minute
not
mark.
gonna be interested
This
in
was
that.
the fastest I've ever been.
Oh
End
shit.
game.
Oh
I
shit.
could feel the nerves starting to get to me.
7 beds. Oh, that's so easy. He really needs to book craft. Beds and anchors are so good. Like, it's so much faster to bed craft. He really needs to do that. Oh, that's a perch. That's a perch right there. 100%. Yeah, he knows it. Also, you could have he could have known it was gonna be left side just by the way the dragon churned, but I guess he doesn't understand that part yet. It's still really good. Sheesh. Easy clap.
No way.
They're sub 14. Not bad.
I actually did it. What? That was such
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh my
That was a fire video though. Sheesh.
Yes.
Oh, he has 1.29 million subs.
What do we want? Low flying airplanes. When do we want them?
What the fuck? Damn, this was a good ass video. Damn, I can see why it's blowing up. That was a good ass video. Sheesh.